First thing to note on this video is I've just realised I've left the cable to connect to the USB-C from the microphone with my shotgun mic back at home. So this is the camera's internal audio. So I'll try not to move my hand too much on the tripod as I'm holding it, because it'll pick all that stuff up. That's kind of annoying. So if the audio is a bit different, that's why. It is Sunday the 12th? The 12th of October. And I've decided to come out for a walk somewhere. I'm going along the old train track, I don't know how far yet. Find out at some point, got plenty of time. Still early afternoon. Yesterday, Dad and I took the small window off the van, cleaned that up. That took a good few hours, figuring out how to get that off. I think part of the problem with that was the trim that I put in around the window, because the wire, as we were trying to cut through, was catching on that quite a bit, and did indeed skin some of it. So I decided that was going to come off. I was pretty sure the trim was going to have to come off anyway, because I think that's what was pushing the window away from the van. And having taken it off, we have actually got the window closer. I think maybe if we had lifted it a little bit more, it could have gone closer still. But we're starting to run into the issue of, we lift it so it's like level on the inside where the two triangular bits for the water outlet run, but then it wouldn't be level on the outside of the van. Still, we got it back in, we got it sorted. We did a quick test this morning, ran. Dad emptied a watering can of water on it all along. Nothing seems to have come through. It does look a lot neater. Definitely looks to be closer to the van, a good quarter of an inch at least. And it doesn't look like it leaks, which is a bonus, and really the main point. So, pretty glad that seems to be sorted. Because if it goes again, and it turns out we haven't actually got it, I'm just going to have someone look at it and do it. Which is money I really don't particularly want to spend. But I think that'll end up being the other option. And if I do that, I'll have them redo the big window as well on this sliding door, because that leaked initially. We actually managed to seal that one up really well with some silicone sealant. That doesn't have much of a problem other than that one very small drip that comes through very, very rarely. And I'm not entirely convinced that isn't condensation on the inside somewhere. But still, that's a good job done. I had the weather for it. I did not shoot any video or anything of that, because getting it off was enough trouble as it was. So I shall take some footage of it and insert it here, unless I've done it over the clips where I've been talking, because there's not much to look at down there. That's that done. And now I'm currently enjoying the last bit of good weather. I think we got this for a week again, and then the rain comes back. And it's still quite nice and warm and a little bit summery, so that's the view I've got here. It's been quite nice and hazy all day, really. I could have come out and done a bit of photography with this. The haze might have given a nice effect to it. But I picked up the bag with my cameras in, as just that felt too heavy for me today. Way too heavy. With the tripod in it as well, and but yeah. So that's just an update for the van, really. Video wise, what have I got up to? Today's Sunday, tomorrow's and Wednesday's is uploaded. I do need to make the thumbnail for tomorrow's. And then I need to edit something together. I still have the last job on the van before the window. I think I'll edit that one together this evening. Get that uploaded for Friday's video. And then get some climbing clips off my phone onto my MacBook. And start organising a video reviewing some of my climbs at the wall. I've had some good sessions at the wall this past week, actually. The moon board conditions on those holes were so perfect this week to work my V7 project on there, and I still can't get the last move, which is rather annoying. But I'm pretty close to it. Had some good sessions on that. There's a couple of climbs there on the walls that have been really nice to do and I've enjoyed. Got an outdoor session in on Tuesday. Could really have done with getting one in this weekend on some grit stone somewhere. I'll try and get a couple of outdoor sessions in next week and video at least one of them before the weather changes again. Not sure where though, yet. Could do with getting back on Nadine's Traverse. Hope the Roaches. I might take the van up there one evening. We'll see what happens with work as well. What time I manage to get finished. It's not that I've been like super busy with it or anything, but just boxes. Lots of people the past week or so seem to have been ordering big boxes and bulky items, which I then have to fit in my little car. Fortunately, I'm not the only one that's had that issue. Seems to have been a lot of people this week. But I'm still enjoying it. I've got a good run. It's stayed dry so far. Don't know how much longer my luck is going to last on that, to be honest. Because even when it's been wet, it's mostly been just drizzle more than anything. But I'm not going to say much more because I would have rather not tempt fate on that one. Hey there, cow. I've started playing again with my FX30. Learning how to use that. So the focus, it's got a joystick on there so we can move the focus point around, which is really cool. I've never had a camera that's got one of them. I know my A7 you can move the focus point as well, but you've got to use the dial, which is a bit annoying. But having the joystick makes it so much easier. I do, however, understand why people complain about where it's situated. it's on the top of the camera, so you've got to use your index finger, whereas it'd be much better on the thumb, which you have more control over anyway. But still, getting to grips with that. I've set up the shooting profile on that now to something I think I'm happy to try out with for a bit. And I've just started doing not videos like this, but just quick shots, almost like pictures but as a video, so I can practice colour grading and stuff with that. And once I learn the software side of it as well and manage to speed that process up, it'll be much more feasible to do climbing videos with that. Some nice lighting going on down here. Yeah, and then probably what will happen with my climbing videos is it'll be a combination of that camera and this camera, because this one allows me to get some of the wide shots, which in bouldering you kind of need, and it lets me get the whole boulder in a lot of the time without having to put the camera far away, which if I'm by myself I'd rather not do, to be honest. So I think the camera side of things I'll be fine. It's just learning the software now and getting used to the workflow on that. But once that's sped up, that'll be good. Same as editing. Editing's not a problem anymore. Learning the whole colour side of it is with the nodes and stuff. That's what I've got to do next. Right, if I think of anything else I should pick this back up in a bit, but otherwise I'm done for now. So I'm going to carry on walking a little bit further.